Hi friends, my name is Kristen Allen, and this is my dog Clementine, and I work for the Dixon Gallery and Gardens. The Dixon is an awesome place. It's an art museum, but we also have 17 acres of beautiful gardens outside. Today, I wanted to tell you about one of my favorite sculptures in the museum and about the artist that created it. This is Gammon. This sculpture is 90 years old. Even though it looks like it's made of metal, it's really just made with plaster, painted to look bronze. This artwork was made by a very talented artist named Augusta Savage. Augusta was born almost 130 years ago in Florida. She lived with a very large family and they didn't have a lot of money growing up, so she would use what she had around her house to create art. Augusta loved to use the clay and mud from outside to create sculptures. She wanted to be an artist, so when she was an adult, she moved to New York City. Augusta faced a lot of adversity because she was African American. She was rejected from schools she applied to just because of the color of her skin. But despite all of this, Augusta Savage was able to travel through Paris and other parts of Europe studying art. She wanted to make life a little better for the African American artists that lived and worked in New York. Because of this, she started her own school in Harlem, and she called it the Savage Studio of Arts and Crafts. She helped other African American artists have a safe space to create, and she helped them find work. Even though she struggled financially all her life, Augusta never stopped making art, and she helped many other artists succeed. She is best known for creating portrait sculptures. She loved to create portraits of her friends, neighbors, and famous African Americans. So now that we've learned a little bit more about Augusta Savage and her incredible life, I'd like to show you how to make an artwork inspired by her. Today, we're going to use recycled materials to create our own portrait sculptures. For this project, I wanted to use supplies that I already had, so I found an empty cereal box and I cut up a package that I had received in the mail. If you don't have cardboard, you can use anything lying around. You can go into your backyard and gather leaves, sticks, and rocks, or you can just find scrap pieces of paper. Augusta Savage was always very resourceful and she would use the supplies that she already had. I like to start by creating a base for my sculpture. So I opened up the cereal box, sketched out a circle, and cut it out. Once that was finished, I used my other scraps of cardboard to create the features of the face. I sketched out eyes, a nose, eyebrows, a mouth, and eyelashes. Remember, Augusta was a sculptor, so your facial features do not have to be flat. You can fold them, bend them, and give them some 3D elements. Once I had all my pieces cut out, I glued them down with a glue stick. If you don't have a glue stick, liquid glue or tape would work too. Finally, I created the hair using more scraps of cardboard that I folded to give a texture. Your portrait can be a self-portrait, which is a picture of you, or it can be a portrait of someone else. You could even make portraits of your whole family. Once you're finished, you can add color using markers or colored pencils, or you can leave it as is. I hope you'll try out these recycled portraits. If you'd like to share them, you can tag the Dixon Gallery and Gardens on Facebook or Instagram, or use the hashtag #DiscoverTheDixon. Thanks so much for watching and happy creating!